Hello, everybody, and I'm your sports time machine, Mr. Utah Mike, and we're going to try something a little bit different in playing a little Stratomatic football today. We are going to try to actually do what Mr. Ron Juckett was talking about, actually rolling your own dice in these games and using the card images. So we welcome you to the 1981 season and the Pittsburgh Steelers home opener as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll probably play about a half today, and if everyone likes it and has good reviews about it, we'll play the second half also. So let's get to the game as Kansas City will get it first. David Trout, who won the job in the fall, will get a chance to kick off. Pittsburgh native will get a chance to we'll go a chance and we'll get a chance here kicking off for the Steelers. So here we go. Let's get started again. We're rolling our own dice. And here we go. Let's go ahead and kick it off. As you see, the dice will pop up on the screen. If not, I'm going to try to move it on the screen so you guys can see it. You know what? We're going to have to move, I think, a screen on there. So we go ahead and add another window on here so you can actually see it. The dice input screen. Give me 1 second here. We'll see if we can add one on here. Let's see. Give me one moment. See if we can add that on there. Dice entry. There you go. It is called the dice entry screen. And we'll go ahead and place it up here somewhere so you guys can see it. And that way we won't have as much to do with the actual screen itself when we're playing. So we'll go ahead and minimize that a little bit. We'll go ahead and move the card image here so you guys can see that a little bit easier. So give me 1 second. We'll start the game in a moment. Again, we'll have to just see how things go. This is kind of a first time doing this, but we're about to get this started. So let's do this from Three Rivers. So let's get back into the game. So here we go. Here is the kickoff. So the kick is going to be. It's going to be a 5. It's going to be a 6 on the kickoff. There's going to be no penalty or anything. And then it's going to be a 9. It's going to be a die of, let's see, die 1 is going to be, oh, actually, it's going to be die of 6. And then 3 and 6 for the kickoff. So it's going to be a 9. Here is the kickoff from Trout, and it's going to be to the first yard line, the number 2 back for Kansas City. So Kansas City will now get a chance to return this. It's going to be a 5 on the kickoff. It is going to be a 5 on the white die. Actually, it's going to be a 3 and a 6 on that. So here comes the kickoff. And it's going to be a 23-yard return for Kansas City and Carlos Carson. So Kansas City will take the ball. They are going to be controlled by the AI. I will take over for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just trying to get used to some of the graphics here. So again, it doesn't look good. What we have, I'm just trying to make it look good end zone wise. So hopefully you guys at least like to see what the graphics look like. And he takes it out to the 24-yard line. So here comes Bill Kenny. He'll get the job first. Pittsburgh's defense will come on the field, bringing their 4-3 attack. The Kansas City offense is Bill Kenny at quarterback, Marshall and Dixon. Marshall and Smith are your receivers. Dixon, your tight end. Joe Delaney and James Hadnot are your running backs in the initial offense. Pittsburgh's defense will be John Goodman at the one end, followed by John Banaszak at the other end. The inside tackles are Gary Dunn and Tom Beasley. In the middle is going to be Robin Cole on the one outside linebacker, Jack Ham on the outside, and once again the big Jack Lambert in the middle. The cornerbacks are going to be Dwayne Woodruff on the one end. Mel Blount is your right cornerback, still mensing out there. Donnie Shell, the big, strong hitting, strong safety. And the free safety will be J.T. Thomas. So let's go ahead and let's get this job done. So Kansas City has 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. I am going to go ahead and call a simple, we'll just call a simple run play. No over protection. That's will be okay. So here we go. Let's go ahead and snap the ball. That is going to bring that screen up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It is going to be a 1, so there's a possible penalty on the play. The white die is going to be a 2, and it's going to be, and it's going to be a 2 on the roll, which could sometimes be very good. So let's see what happens here. Again, begin play with the white die again. So we're going to go ahead and roll on the white die one more time. That's going to be a 1. Let's see, and then running play on the 2 dice. We'll re-roll that one again, I believe, and that's going to be an 11. So 6 and a 5 there, and here comes the run, a line block from James Hadnot, and he gets 5 yards. So James Hadnot gets 5, but there is a penalty on the play. Let's see who it's called on, and it looks like it will be declined, and it looks like Kansas City will keep the football. So it looks like we're actually offsetting penalties. So again, it will be 1st and 10 Kansas City from their own 24. Let's go ahead and continue here on defense. Pittsburgh again coming up on the 4-3 set. They will go ahead and again, this time they're going to have a simple running play there. Let's go ahead and run. That's going to be a 1. That is going to be a 1 and a 7. Let's see what happens when we snap the ball here. It's going to be a 4 on the black die, so there's nothing going on there. It is going to be a 1 on the white die and a 7 on the 2 red ones. I don't think that's anything of interest. Let's see. Uh-oh, but it is a flat pass. That could be 10 yards, and it is. So Bill Kenny comes out and throws a flat pass, and he gets the 10 yards on a guessed wrong play. So Bill Kenny really looks good on here, gets it off, and he gets his tight end out in the open. So that is going to be a 1st down for Henry Marshall. So the receiver comes out. He gets a 1st 10 for Kansas City at their own 34-yard line. We're just underway here at Three Rivers. 14:04 remaining to go. Again, let's go ahead and play some defense here. So let's see what Pittsburgh will do. They'll go ahead and I don't think they're going to pass. We'll go ahead and run, block up the middle a little bit, and hit that. So let's go ahead and snap the ball. That will mean we'll need to roll the dice. It's going to be a 3, so nothing going on there. There should be no penalty or anything. That is going to be a 2 and a 10. So it's going to be a 4 and a 6. And let's see what happens. It's going to be wrong. It's going to be a short pass. And it's going to be caught for 12 yards. So Bill Kenny again throws a little curl to the receiver, gets the 1st down, and Kansas City on a pass from Kenny to Marshall, 1st down at the Kansas City's own 46-yard line. As the game continues, so again, Pittsburgh may have to look at this team that they might be passing the ball. So we're going to go ahead and call for the pass here. Again, we'll snap at the ball and see what happens. And it's going to be a 6, so nothing going on there, I'm assuming. And it's going to be a 2 on the white die and a 1 and 4 on the others. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a flat pass. The play is called right and incomplete. This time, Bill Kenny again got pushed out of the pocket a little bit. He went for his receiver, and he dropped the ball in the flat, so he was kind of guarded. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 10 for Kansas City at their own 46-yard line. Here we go, 13:27 to play. Not bad. I kind of like this idea of playing against with actually throwing dice, actually a Stratomatic football game you're actually playing against. So again, we're going to go ahead and pass. We're going to go ahead and display a normal setup. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be a 5, so nothing going there. Uh-oh, it's a 5 and a 12. So what's happened? 5 and a double 6. Let's see what happens. What happens here? Oh, it's going to be a zero man. It's going to be an end run, a +5 or -1. And it looks like he may get the +5 in it. And he does get a good run. So James Hadnot gets 5 yards. It's a 3rd and 5 now at the Steeler 49. So a big Pittsburgh play right now. But 2 minutes gone here in the first drive of the first quarter from Three Rivers, 1981, opening day. So pass, and we'll go pass here in a 3rd and 5. I think they're going to need to pass the ball here. So let's see what happens. Is they going to get to him? Oh, it's going to be a penalty. That could be a 1st down. Let's see what happens here. So let's see. So it's going to be a white die of a 3. And let's see, and it's going to be a 4 and a 6. So I think we're going to have to re-roll it because that's going to be for the penalty. Let's see what happens. And yep, we're going to have to re-roll the dice again. It's going to be a 6, and that's on the play itself. And then it's going to be a 3 and a 4. So it's a 6 on a 7. It's going to be a 1-man. It's going to be a long pass. Possible interception. So a 2 to 8 to 12 is an interception. A 9 through 11 is an incomplete pass. Let's roll it, and it's going to be a 6. So that should be an INT for Pittsburgh. A 6, yep, that should be an interception plus 28 yards. Bill Kenny has thrown in the coverage. We'll go ahead and roll the dice on the possible kick, on the possible interception return. It's going to be a 10, a 6, and a 4. Here we go. Let's hit OK. And here comes the interception return for Pittsburgh. Bill Kenny drops back, and he's going to throw in the coverage. Let's see who gets it for Pittsburgh here. Kenny thought he had a man open downfield. He throws the ball 28 yards downfield, only to be picked off by Pittsburgh. It was deep, but the defensive back stepped in front and does not get. Let's see, we'll try to get some more yards. Here we go. And they're going to try to run it back. Here's the interception return. It's going to be a 2. It's going to be a 6. And it's going to take a little bit upfield, but he's brought right down. Intercepted by J.T. Thomas. So Pittsburgh will get it after a 4-yard interception return. And Pittsburgh will take it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. The ageless Terry Bradshaw at quarterback. Harris and Pollard are your running backs. Big tight end Benny Cunningham is your tight end. Swan and Stallworth are your receivers. For Kansas City, it is going to be, let's see if we can get the defense on the field here. They're going to stay in their pro set formation. And the defense for Kansas City, let's see who will be out there. Let's see if we can go to that at some point. Off tackle, Harris. Harris fullback. So let's go ahead. Kansas City will have Mike Bell up front, followed by Charles Jackson as a stand-up linebacker. Don Parrish will be a nose tackle up front. Jerry Blanton, a linebacker up front. Art Stell, the left end, one of the better ends in football. Gary Green, one of the better cornerbacks. Lloyd Burris, a young playing in the strong safety spot. Gary Barbaro is your free safety. Gary Spanny is one of your inside linebackers, and covering the other corner is Eric Harris. So now Pittsburgh will now start off here. We're going to go ahead and snap the ball, and there it is. So Pittsburgh's first possession, it's a 4, and then that is going to be a 6. It's going to be a 6 on the white die. It's going to be a 2 and a 3, so hopefully it's not going to be a fumble on this. Let's see what happens here. On a 5, 2 men in the zone, and he gets brought down for a 2-yard loss. So Franco Harris got dragged down in a hurry. Nice play from the Kansas City Chiefs, a 2-yard loss. Art still came up and made the play. So now it's going to be 12:01 remaining to play. 2nd and 12 for the Steelers. And now Pittsburgh will now have to try this again, 2nd and 12. They're going to try to throw a short pass to Benny Cunningham. So Benny Cunningham will try to get the ball here. Here comes the snap. Let's see if they come after Bradshaw. They do not. It's a 6. They're going to be able to throw it. It's going to be a 3 and a 4 on the play. So a 2 and a 2 is a 4. So Bradshaw steps back and looks. He's going to throw, but I think it's going to go incomplete. Not a bad card for Bradshaw. On the wrong column, as Kansas City was anticipating to run, and Bradshaw throws it incomplete. So a third down and 12. Again, we're running about 11:42 to play here in the first period of a scoreless game. Third and 12 from Three Rivers Stadium. So now Bradshaw will try it again. You know he's probably going to have to pass again. So you know Kansas City is probably going to come out looking for it. They're going to look for Stallworth here. Let's see who they cover here. Let's go ahead and snap the ball. Let's see, is there going to be any kind of pass rush? It's a 4, so there's no pass rush. And then it's going to be a 1 on the white die. It's going to be a 4 and a 3. Let's see what goes on here. It's going to be a short pass. Oh, receiver is double teamed. Incomplete. So Bradshaw tried to thread the needle with 2 defenders, and it lands incomplete. So here comes Greg Colquitt, the punter out of Tennessee. He'll punt here on a 4th and 12 from the 23. So Pittsburgh unable to take advantage of the turnover. So we'll go ahead and get in punt formation here. Of course, we'll punt. We're not going to do anything stupid here. And we'll go ahead and punt. Hopefully they don't get to the punter here. That is now going to be a 4. Oh, that's actually going to be a 6. And then it's going to be a 4 and a 9. So a 4 on the white die, a 9 on the punt, and probably going to have to be a punt. Let's see, Colquitt's punt is going to go 41 yards. So the ball is going to go to the 36-yard line. Here comes Kansas City's return. It's going to be a 1. And then it's going to be an 11. So 5 and a 6. Let's see what happens here. And punt bounce. Ooh, a punt bounce. That's something I was not anticipating. That's going to be a 6, a 3, and a 3. So here comes the punt by Colquitt. And he'll launch one. He'll launch one there. Again, it'll go about 41 yards. That should bounce. And about the 36-yard line, Kansas City will take it. I don't think they're going to get a return out of this. So Pittsburgh should down this. And Kansas City will still get the ball in good field position as they'll down it about the 30. So Kansas City gets the ball 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line, 31-yard line to be exact. 11:08 to play here in quarter number 1. Three Rivers Stadium, the 1981 replay as we're using Stratomatic Football, rolling our own dice. Let's go ahead and run. Let's go ahead and play a little off tackle up front for Pittsburgh. See if they'll catch a running back here. Here is, let's see if any penalties going on. Nope, it's a 4, so no penalties. And then it's going to be a 5 on the white die and a 1 and 3 on the red die. Let's see what that pulls up here. And it's going to be a short pass. Let's see if it's going to be, no, it's an incomplete. Pittsburgh catches a break. That is a loaded card defensively against Pittsburgh. But they get away with it as a 4 falls aimlessly in the ground. A pass that should have been caught by J.T. Smith. So a 2nd down with roughly 10:50 to play in quarter number 1. Pittsburgh staying with their 4-3, not going to get out of that. We're going to go ahead and cover the pass here. They're thinking Bill Kenny is going to come out throwing again. Let's see if they can get a pass rush on him. That's going to be a 2. There might be a pass rush going on here. Let's see what happens. And the die 1 is going to be a 6. It is going to be a 1 and 3 on the die. Let's see what else calls. Nope. Let's see. It's going to be a run. So it's going to be an off tackle. That's a possible 15-yard run on a 2-5. Rolling the split die. Ooh, it's a 12. So Pittsburgh gets a break. A 12 will get, oh no, it's a 2. It is a 2, 5, and 12. So a 15-yard run for Kansas City takes it all the way out to their own 46-yard line. Kansas City on a 1st down. Rookie running back Billy Jackson out of Alabama with a big play. So Kansas City gets a big first down. Pittsburgh looking for the pass, and Kansas City came out with a perfectly executed off tackle. So now they stay in the 4-3. They're going to stay in they'll stay in looking for the run. They're not going to over execute against someone in general. So we're going to go ahead and snap the ball again. The rolling of the dice says it's going to be a 4, so it should be there's no penalty on the play. A 5 will go, I believe, to the defensive card, and then a 3 and a 6 is a 9. So I think it should be covered quite well from Pittsburgh. Let's find out. 0 men, though, on a 9 is a 0 or +5. Let's see if Pittsburgh can stop this up front for a no gain, or can they get the max of 5 yards? And they do. A great start as Tom Beasley makes the tackle, but James Hadnock gets 6. So Kansas City gets a quick 6-yard gain. It's a 2nd and 4 with 9.5 to play here in the first period. As Kansas City, again, is doing the damage here on offense. Pittsburgh, again, staying their 4-3 front. They are going to go, I think they're going to go pass here. They think they're going to have to stop them. They're going to go short pass zones. They're going to take away a couple of their linebackers to go down and cover. Let's see if this is going to work. Here we go. It's going to be a 1. So there's a possible penalty on the play, so we're going to have to do some re-rolling here. So the white die is going to be a 5. It's going to be a 6 and a 2 on the possible penalty die. And let's see what happens. Yep, we're going to have to re-roll on the die here. It's going to be a 2, so it stays a 2, and now it's going to be a 10. 5 and a 5. Let's see what that does to the offense here. It's going to be an off tackle again for Billy Jackson. He's going to get 6, but I believe there's possibly a penalty flag on the play. Let's see if they do call anything. 6 yards for Billy Jackson is a defensive penalty. Let's see what the call is on the field. So let's find out. We'll continue. The penalty flag is nothing. I guess nothing will call to 1st and 10 from the Steeler 42. There is now 9 minutes to play here in the first period. So Pittsburgh needing a little help right now. They're kind of getting winded here, as Kansas City's kind of running on them here. Kansas City didn't really have a lot of great running backs, but looks like a good offense here from the Kansas City, good game plan from the Kansas City staff. So a 5, no penalty on the play or anything like that. It's going to be a 4 as the white die, and a 5, a 1 and a 4 on the 2 red dies. That means, let's see, it's going to be an end run on a 5. Defensive run will be a -1 or +5. In super advance, we'll see who has the advantage. Does Pittsburgh get it? No, another big run. So again, this time Ted McKnight gets 5. John Goodman couldn't make the initial stop. So again, it's Kansas City, 2nd and 5, 8.5 to play the first quarter, and they have it at the Steeler 37-yard line. So Kansas City looking really strong here. Pittsburgh they're gonna run key this time, and they're gonna try to run key on Billy Jackson. So they think they're gonna have him here. They're gonna try to key him. Let's see what the call is. It's gonna be a 2, so there's no pass, so there should be no other major call on it. It's going to be a 3 on the white die and 11. Let's see what that does. What kind of call was made? Yes, it's going to be wrong, as Joe Delaney has it, and that's going to be a gain of 9. Joe Delaney, a gain of 9. First down, Kansas City. They were trying to key Billy Jackson, but Joe Delaney comes around the end on a toss sweep, gets 9. And now Kansas City, 1st and 10 from the Steeler 28-yard line. 8:05 to play in the first period. So Pittsburgh in a little bit of a jam here right now. I got to start making stronger calls right now, or it's really going to get ugly fast. So again, we're going to call the run, trying to stop this Kansas City running game that's all of a sudden it's gone roughshod against my defense. A possible penalty on the play is going to be a die 1 is going to be the 1, and then it's going to be a 1 and a 2 on a possible penalty. Let's see what that call is going to be. And then we're going to have to re-roll it on the white die, because to me, I want to re-roll it every time. So it's going to be a 2, and then the two white dice is a 10. So let's see what that does. It's going to be a right end run for McKnight. He gets 6 again. What a play. Teddy Knight gets 6 on a call, right call. Is there a penalty on the play? Let's see if anything is called. And an offensive penalty. Let's see what the call is right now. Will Pittsburgh be able to hopefully call this one back or something? And nope, 2nd and 4 from the Steeler 22. So Kansas City keeps the offense on the field, and they are rolling right now. Pittsburgh's got to do something. They really have to stop this huge hole going on right now. Pittsburgh again will play against a run right now, trying to stop this Chiefs running offense. It's going to be a 4, so nothing doing on the nope, it's a 6. Nothing doing on the 6, and a 4-6 on a play. Let's see if Pittsburgh can get a good call here, as it will be on the defensive card. It's going to be a 6. Oh, it's a pass by Kenny, 14 yards. So Bill Kenny decides to throw a short pass. It's going to get them 1st and goal at the Steeler 8-yard line. So what a drive for the Chiefs in this couple series. This time they get it out to the 8. 1st and 10 Chiefs at the Steeler 8 with 7:10 to play in the first quarter. So boy, is Pittsburgh in a lot of trouble right now defensively. They've got to come out of it right now, or it is going to be a long day. Steelers got to do something here right now. Let's snap the ball. Here's the call. It's going to be a 2, so it's nothing doing on the penalties. It's going to be a 6 on the white die and an 8. Let's see if that is enough to stop things. It's going to be 0 off tackle, and that's going to be a gain of 4. So 4 yards gets him to the Steeler 4-yard line. So Billy Jackson gets 4. And again, running the clock here in the first quarter, 6:36 to play. The Chiefs have a 2nd and goal from the Steeler 4. So now the Steelers really need to come up with a strong defensive stand here. And they're going to come strong on the blitz. I don't care. They have to come. They're going to come all out. How about that? They're going to come all out blitz right now. So here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be a 1. Oh, a possible penalty. Let's see what the call will be. It's going to be a 4 on the white die, and it's an 11 on the other ones. But we're going to re-roll the dice now for the actual play, because it was a possible penalty. It's going to be a 4 and an 8 on the other side. Let's see if Pittsburgh can make a stop. They're going jailbreak on the defense. They're going to try to stop Kansas City. Here it comes. Did they get him? Yes, they did. A 2-yard loss, but a possible penalty on the play. What a play by the Steeler defense. Let's see if that works. No, unnecessary roughness. Kansas City accepts the penalty. They go half the distance, automatic 1st down. So with 6:20 to play in the first quarter, it is no score, but Kansas City has a 1st and goal from their own 3. Holy cow. So 1st and goal from the Steeler 3, unnecessary roughness is called. Boy, Pittsburgh had the right idea. And now they're going to try a linebacker blitz here and see if that may hopefully stop something what's going on here. We're going to go ahead and snap the ball here. Let's see what the call is here. It's going to be a 3, so no penalty on the play. It's going to be a 2 on there, so the Kansas City's going to get it on their own card on the run probably. 1-3. It's going to be an end run on a 4. But it stopped. Oh, 1st and goal from the 3. It is stopped cold there. Nice job by Robin Cole. So 2nd and goal from the 3 with about 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pittsburgh trying to stay strong here. Holy cow, here we go. Pittsburgh again coming in off the linebacker blitz. They're going to try to again bring Ham. They're going to try to bring Lambert. They're going to try to make the stop here. It's going to be a 3, so nothing going there. It's going to be a 4-5, so it's going to be on the Steeler defensive card, which right now is not one of the strong points. So let's see what happens. 4-5. Is it going to be a touchdown -2 or +4? It's going to be a linebacker in zone. If it's Lambert, it's going to get stopped. Let's see who stops him. And they stopped him cold as Jack Ham, number 59, makes the stop as the terrible towels go crazy in Pittsburgh. 5:25 to play. 3rd and goal from the Steeler 5. And now Pittsburgh looking to make a huge stop. Can they do it here? They are gonna go pass. They are gonna play pass in the short zone, and we're gonna try to snap this. Let's see. No penalties here. No big. A possible penalty, just as I called it. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a white die in the 5, so it could be on Pittsburgh's defensive play. I believe it might be a penalty is offsides. Usually a 7 is an offsides penalty. So let's go ahead and roll it. It's going to be a 6, so it might be a free play. It's going to be a 6 and a 4. So oops, sorry. So 6 and a 4. Let's see. So we're going to go with an 8 on that. And here we go. It's going to be a short pass. It was defended perfectly. It's going to be a receiver. So let's go ahead and roll the receiver's card. Let's see what happens on the receiver's card. It's going to be a 4. And then it's going to be an 8. 2, 6, 8. Let's see what happens. It's going to be an 8. It's going to fall incomplete. Let's see if there's a penalty on the play, though. Let's see. Don't see a penalty yet. Bill Kenny drops straight back if they can stop him, and it falls incomplete. So J.T. Smith makes the great play. J.T. Smith was trying in there, but a great play and coverage by J.T. Thomas. And the Steelers have stopped the Chiefs with 5 minutes plus in the first period, as Nick Lowery will come in and kick the field goal, about a 23-yard attempt. It should be pretty automatic unless you roll something high here. So Pittsburgh is going to go ahead kick on a kick block here for sure. And let's see if they can make the huge block here. They want something like a 12. Can they roll a 12? No penalties, please. It's a 1. That's a possible penalty, of course, and that is going to be a 2. And it's going to be a 7. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a 5, and it's going to be a 2. And then we're going to roll again on the dice because it was a possible penalty. It's going to be a 6, a 5. You know what? The kick should be good on a 5. Let's find out. 4, 1. Lowry's kick should be good. Let's find. Nope. And that's going to be variable field goal. So again, let's go. Let's roll it again here. For extra numbers, that's going to be a 5 and a 5 for the variable field goal rule. And let's see, here's the kick from Lowry. 11 and 12 are the only bad rules. That kick is good unless there's a penalty on the play. So Lowry's kick is through the uprights, gives the Chiefs a 3-0 lead. So Kansas City has a moral victory here as they stop the Chiefs on a goal-to-go situation. So the score, with 5 minutes to play in the first period, is Kansas City 3 and Pittsburgh 0. So a kickoff attempt here for Kansas City. Nick Lowery will now kick off. It is going to be a 6, so no penalty on the play, and then it's going to be a 4 and a 6. So Larry Anderson will be back deep for Pittsburgh here. So he's rolled a 4. Oops, he's rolled a 4, and then it's going to be a 1 and a 5 is a 6. So here's the kickoff from Lowry. It's going to be 1 yard. It's going to be to the 8-yard line in the 1 back. So here's a chance for Larry Anderson to return it. He could get a good one here. It's going to be, the die is going to be a 5, and it's going to be a 3. Let's see if that, hopefully it's not a fumble for Anderson on the 3. It is not. It's a 29-yard return. So Larry Anderson takes it out to his own 37-yard line for a first down. So good job there for Anderson.
Yeah, but the paramedics were like right there too.
Give me one moment here as Anderson will return it. We'll have less than 5 minutes to play. And Pittsburgh will get a chance here. Very exciting, and I do enjoy the rolling of the dice aspect as I'm learning how to do this. And it's really cool to do. So Anderson's kick will give Pittsburgh a decent field position. 4.5 to play. First and 10 from their own 37-yard line. So now we'll bring Bradshaw out. See if Bradshaw can get something going. Maybe go to Swan or Stallworth here. So we'll go a short pass to Stallworth. There we go for Stallworth. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a 6, so don't think there's any kind of pass rush. It's going to be a 5 on the dice. It's going to be a 3 and a 2. So 3, 2. It's going to be a 3 men, a 5. Of course, it falls incomplete. Bradshaw felt the rush from Art Still coming in, threw it to the corner, and Stallworth dropped it. So a 2nd and 10 now from their own 37. 4.5 to play. Stallworth now needs to get something going here. And they're looking at Swan. We'll see if Swan can make a big play here. It's going to get in the pro set formation. Go throw a short pass to Swanee. Swanee with a chance here. So again, let's go ahead and roll. Here's a pass. No penalty. It's a 3. Ooh, could be a possible pass rush. 5 and a 7. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be a 2 and a 5. So let's see. Nope, it's going to be a 7. It could be a defender X or 15. Let's see if they can beat him here. It's going to has to beat a 5. Let's see if Bradshaw can thread the needle to Swan, or is it going to go fall incomplete? And throws incomplete. Gary Green right there in coverage. So he must be a 6 on defense, as that was a 5 to beat. So a 3rd down and 10. So the Pittsburgh drive not accumulating much offense right here. Only 4 minutes to play in the first. Pittsburgh's now going to go to a 3 wide receiver, 1 fullback offense. The X receiver is JT Smith. So Stallworth, Swan, JT Smith, Harris the lone back in the backfield. We're going to throw a short pass to Benny Cunningham out there and see if that's going to work. We'll go ahead and pass. Here we go. It's going to be a 3, possible, hopefully not a pass rush here. It's going to be a 4, and it's going to be a 6. Let's see if Pittsburgh can get a break here. And, oh, wait a minute, no, die 1 is going to be a 4, so it's going to be a 4. And then the dice are going to be a 4 and a 2. So here we go. And dump play. Ooh, it's going to have to be a dump play. Let's see what happens. Dice 1 will be a 2 on the dump. And let's see. And die 1, dump pass white roll is a 2. Let's see what happens. And then the roll will be a 1 and a 6. All right. That's kind of the improvised Stratomatic roll. Passing play 2 dice. Oh, again, we'll re-roll in that too. Crazy all the rolling. Let's see, a 2 and a 3 is a 5. So here we go. He's going to throw a flat pass out there, and it's going to be incomplete after all that rolling. Holy cow. Bradshaw, ooh, does not do it. Under pressure, flushed out of the pocket, incomplete. So less than 4 minutes to play. Greg Colquitt's going to have to come punt again for this offense. Again, the Steeler offense not able to get anything going here in the first quarter. Down 3 to nothing. And let's see if Colquitt can now get a good punt off to really save things. So give me 1 second. Just waiting for the punt right now. So it's going to be a 5 on that. So I don't think anything special going on. No penalties. It's going to be a 3, and then a 5 and a 4 is going to be a 9. So it's going to be a 41-yard kick. It's going to go 37 yards, so it's going to be 78. It'll take it out to the 22-yard line. And that's going to be a forced punt. Let's see what happens here. That's a different thing I've ever seen. It's going to be a 3, and then it's going to be a 1 and a 3 on the recovery. Let's see. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a 4 and a solid return for J.T. Smith, 17 yards, which is going to nullify a lot of the net there. So J.T. Smith allows it and gets a big return. So let's see. J.T. Smith will get it right here about the 21. He'll probably take it to his own 38-yard line, and that's going to be about 3 minutes to play here in the first period. From Three Rivers, the 1981 opening day of the week for the Steelers, as they play the Chiefs, but down 3-0. So now Steelers have to do something right now. Let's see if they can come up with a big play. They're gonna try to go. They're gonna try to go linebacker blitz right now. They have to. They have to make a big play on defense. Maybe force Bill Kenny to throw a pick here. It's gonna be a 4 on the black die, so nothing, no blitzing anything. It's gonna be a 1, which will be on the quarterback's card, which would be really good. That might be a receiver card for Kansas City. So let's see. Oh no, it's a run off tackle to Joe Delaney, and he gets it. Oh my. Joe Delaney gets himself 8 yards. A big gain for Delaney. Wow, he just gets a huge run on there. Second and about 2 as Delaney starts it off with a big run. 2:47 to play here in the first period. Pittsburgh again. They've got to show more guts here. It's going to get this. They have to start. They're going to have to start somehow. Delaney is going to get keyed, so they're going to have to go ahead and stop him right now, and they're going to go for the key right now. Let's see if Pittsburgh makes the right call. 3, there's no penalty. It's a 2. Let's see if they call the right play. It's going to be on the running back's card. If that's what it is, it's going to be, unless he passed, it's going to be a 1-6. Let's see who's called. No, it's going to be a long pass. He's going to try to throw. Incomplete. Bill Kenny trying on a 2nd and 2 to go along with it. Holy cow. And he's going for J.T. Smith on there. J.T. Thomas probably on coverage. Incomplete. Oh my. Carlos Carson this time almost throw it in, but he could not. Good coverage. So 3rd and 2, less than 3 minutes to play. Now Pittsburgh needs to get Kansas City right now on a 3 and out if possible. So they're going to go a run key again on Delaney. They want to try to get him on this. Let's see if they get him on a 3rd and 2. Again, let's roll here. It's going to be a 4, so no penalty on it, but it'll be a 3 and an 8. So it could be possibly good, and it'll be a 2 and a 6 on the roll. Let's see what the call is. Oh, yes, it's keyed. They got Delaney this time, and it's going to be a loss of a yard. So Kansas City will be forced to punt. A great play by J.T. Thomas gets Delaney, and Pittsburgh finally comes up strong. So it'll be Bob Grupp. He'll come in and punt it. 4th and 3 from their own 46 with less than 2 minutes to play. And let's go ahead and do the punting here. So a punt return will be called. They're not going to go for the blocks. Let's go ahead and snap it. They want to stay away from the punter. There's no penalties, no 1. There's a 4, so there's no penalty, so it should be a good punt. And it's going to be a 4 on the white die and a 7 on the red die. Let's see what kind of punt we have here. It's going to be a 7. It's going to be a 40-yard punt by Grupp. It will take him back to the 14-yard line. Forced punt bounce. So let's go ahead and roll on that. It's going to be a 5 on the white die and a 12. Let's see what happens. Will they return it or will it go out of bounds? So Grupp, a 40-yard punt, should take it within the 15. So Pittsburgh will have it deep in their own territory with less than 2 minutes to play. Or will it fall out of bounds? Will it? Nope. They'll call for a fair catch, I believe, and let the ball and try to. You know what? We're going to try to run it. We're going to have to see if we can get a good run here. So it's going to be. So it's going to be a 2. It's going to be a 5 and a 3. Sorry about that. It's going to be an 8 on there. And let's see. Oh, only a yard. So not much on the return as he tried to make a move, but a nice defensive special teams call. So Pittsburgh now again will only have the ball. 1st and 10, a minute 33 left here in the first period. 3-0 Chiefs. Pittsburgh, not much offense to talk about so far. So Pittsburgh will go probably for the short pass here and look for Stallworth. Here we go. Stallworth looking for the ball. Pittsburgh does not want a penalty, does not want a pass rush here. A 5, that should stay away from that. It's going to be a 1-5. That got 1-9. That could be a receiver's card. Let's see if they can make. Let's see if they can get 1-on-1 coverage on the receiver card. No, a 9 is incomplete and it falls short. Bradshaw again felt the pressure coming in and had to rush it out of there, and it fell incomplete. Again, Bradshaw having some serious we're having some serious dice issues so far. We're just not getting any good rolls. That was actually a pretty good pass, pretty good play call right there. You can say. So it was actually guessed wrong. So they were guessing run. So let's see if Pittsburgh can maybe call the right call here. Let's throw a flat pass to Cunningham. Maybe get them guessing here, and maybe get a big gain out in the corner here. So they'll go ahead and snap. It's a 3, so there's going to be no penalty. It's going to be a 5-9. That should actually be a receiver's card on a 5-4. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be a 9. It's a possible receiver's card. It is. So let's see. Receiver's card on the 1 die. It's going to be a 4. And then it's going to be a 7. So a 4 and a 3. So here we go, a 7. It's going to be a 6 yard. So Benny Cunningham gets 6 yards on that. Uh-oh, possible fumble. Ooh, I do not want that. Let's see what we're looking for. Looking for the black die. It's a 1. Oh, no. No fumble there, Terry. Let's see. Bradshaw steps back. He's going to throw. He's going to throw to Cunningham and makes the catch for about 6 yards. So Cunningham has a gain of 6. 3rd and 4, and there is about 40 seconds to play here in the first period. Pittsburgh again will stay in the pro set formation. Hopefully can get a first down here. They're going to try to go off tackle to Harris. They have not been able to establish that running game as of yet. So here comes a big play in this game. Can they get it? It's going to be a 2. So it's going to be a 5. So no penalty, no kind of pass rush. They're running the ball. So it's going to be a 2. It's going to be an 8. Let's see what Kansas City called. Do they call the passing play? Could be a big gain. It's going to be right, though, on an 8, and it's 4 yards. So a big first down for Franco Harris. These should get the spot and a first down. And let's see if he gets it. He does. So a first down, Pittsburgh, a much-needed one. This will probably be the last play of the first half. So they're gonna have to get up to the line and call something quick. They're gonna try to go Stallworth on here, short pass to Stallworth. Again, let's see what the play is called. It's going to be a 3. So it's going to be a 3. Hopefully not any kind of pass rush. It's going to be a 2, then a 1, and a 5. So let's find out anything good on it. Possibly, yes it is. Caught by Stallworth for 14 yards. So Pittsburgh is driving, but that will be the last play of the first quarter. So with the score, Kansas City 3, Pittsburgh nothing, and that is the end of the first quarter. Well, folks, I'm probably gonna have to call it so far this evening. Let's take a look at some of our numbers. I like how the game looks. The screen, it's looking great. 48 minutes for a first quarter. That's, these games do take take some time. So keep this score in mind. Please like, subscribe, comment. Do you want to see the rest? You want to see more games like this? I'll try to balance out the screens a little bit better so you can see more of the text if you need to. Otherwise, you're seeing Stratomatic PC. Throw your own dice right here on the Sports Time Machine. At the end of one, it's Kansas City 3 and Pittsburgh nothing. And good night, everybody. We'll see you again for more Stratomatic football.